Welcome to another finale, the last episode of How Basketball Saved My Life. I'm your host, Easy Button.
Your boy, Twana Don.
Man, I can't believe this is the last episode, bro.
Season 1
in the books, man.
It was rough.
It was rough. It was tough, but it was plush.
Hey, I'm glad we got it off the road.
We got it off.
Hey, I'm not going to lie, bro. We did a lot of work. They don't know the behind the scenes.
They don't know the behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, boy, it almost knocked us out.
They don't know the behind the scenes.
COVID almost knocked us out.
We had a tough fight.
Corona.
Felt like Creed.
Man, Corona almost put us out of business. I mean, it put a lot of people out of business.
Man. And on top of that, like, we ain't had no sports still.
Still have no sports. So thank goodness, you know what I'm saying, we doing this.
I don't know how we been surviving.
Bruh, I bet we kept a lot of people entertained without no sports.
I really hope so. I really hope y'all really been tuned in. We've been doing our job and keeping y'all tuned. Only sports we've been having is the Skins League.
Skins League, shout out to Chris Skinner.
Skins, man. Because right now you the NBA right now with
big
all
facts
this going on.
Big facts,
Big
boy.
facts.
Hey, he need a bigger gym, high key.
For real, because people standing on the court.
People standing on the court. It's not safe.
Can't dunk.
It's not safe.
But nah, it's a good turnout. We had him on there, and it's been good, man. It's been only week 2, and he been bringing them out already, man.
Been bringing them out week 2. I mean, he's already had Buddy Hield,
right?
Trae Young, Darius Baisley,
man.
Who else? Jeffries, I think. Daquan Jeffries.
Okay, yeah.
Is that his name? Daquan Jeffries. And I don't know who else he's got coming out. You know, a couple 5-star recruits. You know, looking forward to doing big things in the NCAA next year. Hopefully that comes back without a hitch.
Right.
You know.
He definitely entertaining us. He definitely has not been shortening us at all. He was not lying when he said this year was going to be a big year. Skins League season 5, y'all. He called it the new Drew. So, and right now he on his way. He's really on his way. So.
Now we called it the new Drew.
Sorry, man.
And he ran with it. And he ran with it. Nah.
You know,
it's all good,
bro.
We gonna show love. You definitely show love, man. We appreciate that.
Facts.
You know, so you know that's part of our recap right there. You know, we have Chris Skinner come on. And then right after him, we had the young boy, Jawan. Actually, after him, we had Nealon, Officer Greenwood.
Yes.
Man.
Put on. I ain't gonna, but going back, Jawan, that was a good story for us to have with our first season of the podcast. A kid that we've watched ourselves grow. Right. Sign that deal to be a D1. And that just kind of proves to you why we named it. How basketball saved my life. If you go check his podcast, you'll understand he been through a lot to get to where he at. And this is actually blessing / accolades on top of accolades for this man. So,
and it was tough because Corona almost put him out too.
You hear me?
Because, I mean, he had coaches that couldn't come watch him play because of it. And, you know, he thought he was going to have to sign D2.
And their season ended. They didn't get to go do the extra tournament.
They didn't get to go to the JUCO tournament.
Right. So, I mean, hey, and that shows you he determined and
resilient.
You hear me? He kept it going, and now he about to play D1 next year, and that's just some stuff we want. That's one thing we wanted y'all to see. Progress of people and show you, so we can show y'all that. I mean, routes are here, the routes are there. So
this is there, you know, and that's somebody who got to do it. You know, he transferred from Georgia to Oklahoma.
Had to get his feet wet here.
Had to start over,
man,
bruh. That's tough. Shout out to him.
He made him a good little trainer, man. So he been rocking, man. He been working. So, and you know, that's what we here for, man. That's what we saying. Like, even though we don't play as much anymore, we still in the game because we still like to teach y'all what we learned through our path. So, that was one good episode. So y'all definitely should go check that one out if you haven't. Come see my man's journey. He's done a lot, and we've seen him come a long way, honestly.
Big facts. And then after, you know, we got Nealon Greenwood.
That was big for us.
Man, he I didn't know he tried to be a firefighter first. That was funny. That man tried to be a firefighter and failed and was like, this isn't for me.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. If I could pass that test, I would try it too if I was him.
Because it made sense when he said, they just kick it.
They kick it, bro. And if you're in the right town,
You go just kick it.
You go big kick it. They got the basketball goal in there. I hear they play hex of freaking, PlayStation and Xbox. They be big kicking.
It sounds fun and it's crazy because I never really thought of like doing that because I figure, every time you think of firefighter, you're like, we gotta go climb a ladder.
We gotta go climb a ladder.
We gotta go play with fire.
Go get the kitten out the tree.
We don't play with fire. But then when we hear the backstory, we're like, that's really not bad.
It's okay, I guess. Because half the time people aren't really in them buildings,
Right.
Nah.
So,
but yeah, man. So that was cool, and
check that one out, please. We talked about just trying to get the community to encourage the police to just kind of be engaged more with each other, so it doesn't seem like it's such a fight with each other, right? So
like a disconnect.
Yeah, because with what's going on, we got to find some way to adapt and get stuff to come together. Excuse my French. It's just with the times that we got going right now. I'm sorry.
Little passion. He's a little passionate.
I'm just saying, with the time we got going on, it's not going to get no better if we don't find some way to connect with everybody in this world. So, we've been talking about it forever, but we still got to keep fighting for it. So.
Yeah, so we're going to see what we can make happen in this community, and we encourage anyone else out there listening that has any type of connections in their community to reach out, don't just dialogue. See how y'all can get action put to, put on paper and, get the right people in the rooms and get the right people on the phones and see how y'all can bring people together in your community, because I feel like that's where it has to start.
Right.
But it won't be able to, it won't start with the people. Like, it just won't work if the people are the ones pushing it.
And like, even for you guys who's not in Oklahoma, because, we're going through it everywhere. If y'all are doing stuff actively, because like we're actively trying to do something, we're trying to get like a meet and greet and like a barbecue. Shoot us ideas of what you guys kind of got going on so we can kind of throw it in our community, because, that's helping each other. And we would all be helping each other if we all give ideas about things we can do to make the community better, because, that's what the situation is about. So, like, if you guys are watching and you guys are, trying to do something about the situation too, give us some ideas, because we want to do more that we can and put in more effort around our place also. So,
major facts. And then who else we had? We had Yo-Yo. Man, big 6'12" dude. I
missed that show. I was kind of salty.
You was there. Things, you was there in spirit.
It's
life happens, and I held my boy down, but
every day.
Man, Yo-Yo, his story was pretty good because, being a foreign exchange student,
man,
moving to the United States to pursue basketball, and he got a pretty good crack at it.
He's huge.
Man, but he got a pretty good crack at it, though. It's one thing to just come over here and try it.
Right.
It's another thing to come over here and try and get
be successful.
Right, get a tryout with the Dallas Mavericks Summer League team, and he got to play professionally, and now he runs his own training
facility,
gym.
Yeah.
And he is doing some really good work. He was on Texas Tech staff.
OU
staff. That's pretty good stuff right there. And, I can't wait to see, just what he does next,
Yeah, he gave us a little insight on things too. So that was a good one.
And he helped my man nurse his injury.
Yeah. Hey, when you get a certain age, you do injuries that you really realize hurt that bad. Like, y'all understand what a hip flexor do? You use your hip flexor for everything. I think that's one of the worst, like, non-drastic injuries I've had so far.
Bruh, the hip flexor is no
that's
joke.
So bad.
You remember when you did it? You was like, bruh, did you knee me? No.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell him.
We playing hoop. We trying. We this first. We getting our crack at in quarantine. We get to hoop a little bit, so we hooping. We like to play king of the court, 24. And we bring the young bulls. Jawan was one we're talking about. Well, he got a little brother who y'all gonna hear about here soon.
Yes, sir.
Who's about? I think he got one more year of high school.
One more year, and he coming in number 5 in the country.
You hear me? You heard him. 5 in the country, and that's little bro. So we gonna have him on here for y'all to get an insight on his life too.
I'm sorry, number 5 in the state.
Still same. It's still good.
It's litty though. That's litty.
He a bucket getter too. So, but yeah, we just playing a little game, and simple moves that I always hit where you think like it's a simple move. I do it all the time. So I hit him with the hezzy kill dribble.
Beat him to the spot.
He thought he beat me to the drop. That's what I wanted him to feel like. So I hit him with the hezzy kill dribble. Boom. He reached. So I'm trying to teach. Hit him with the between the legs and instantly drop. Wow. No lie. It felt like he done hit me with the knee.
He's like, what'd you do? Did you knee me?
On the way down, I was like, did you punch me? He was like, no. Bruh, you hit me. He did not touch me.
I
It
didn't
really
touch you.
Was a vicious pop. But yeah, that's been like almost a month and a half. And it's crazy. It's just weird, old age.
I'm just glad that it was not more severe because the way you was acting, you ain't get up for like 5 minutes, bro. Like, I was like,
no cap.
You ain't get up, bro. I was like, man, come on, bro.
I really low-key think he still hit me because that's how it felt. But
I didn't touch you, bro. I fouled you up top, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That was that reach out teach. I was trying to hit him with it.
I fouled you up top because you do that. When you do your hezzy, you bring that mug up here like this. I must have clotheslined you, but I didn't touch you down low. You was like, did you need me?
It'd be some deceiving strings I have with the ball sometimes. So.
Well, anywho, I ended up winning that game since he couldn't finish. So, not my problem.
Beat on the little kid, too.
I had to.
Because he talks a lot of mess. He does.
You know him as well as I do. He's like that. So, if you don't put it on him.
He's really like that. Like,
if you don't put it on him, boy.
For 15 straight points, and he'll really shoot that thing. So, but y'all going to get an insight. We're going to bring him on so y'all can kind of get an insight on him, too. But
yeah, man. So, that happened. But, I forgot what we went on a tangent, but anyways.
You were talking about how Yo-Yo?
Yeah, so Yo-Yo put you on to some stretches you can do.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah, he put you on to some stretches you can do. And
had me doing yoga in the middle of at work. I work with kids, and the kids like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm doing yoga poses.
Zen master.
They laughing at me. Now they doing yoga poses now. Like, no, so we gonna do yoga today? Like, I'm good now. Like, I'm all right.
I'm back. But if it's gonna calm you down,
right.
Let's do this yoga.
So, yeah, man. So, but yeah, Yo-Yo was good. And then then after that, we hit y'all off with the Skins League. So that's a big one too. He getting a lot of push. I think he's getting his games televised on
he gonna get them live streamed.
Oklahoma Sports Network.
That's right.
So he's gonna get his game streamed. So like he's doing big things, and it's moving rapidly this year for him. So
Apple,
it's nice.
Fire Stick, Roku, you name it, it's gonna be on there. I forgot about that.
I like that. I love it when you see that kind of stuff. So we are people trying to make moves, and we're just watching it. We're trying to bring it to life for y'all, show y'all different outlets. Cause shoot, in a minute, people gonna be able to go to the league off of these Drew leagues and skin leagues.
Man, for real, bro. Like I was thinking about it. Like, bro, a dude could really use a skins league film and go overseas right now. It ain't league yet.
Like with these first 4 games, out of all the games, I bet you somebody can go get a contract with at least 4 of the games being played already.
Because you're playing against quality talent. You can show you can play against quality talent.
Really nice. So that's good too.
Major plug.
So
and then we have coming up, we have Coach Carlin Hartman.
Yes.
Not coming up, I'm sorry. We had Coach Carlin Hartman on, and he dropped some major gems on
OU assistant
coach on how he got on
his whole journey.
And I loved his journey because it can happen in so many different ways, dog.
You wouldn't have thought he had to go through so many, different little roles as a coach to get where
he's at now. And so, it's stories like that makes you think like it's doable. Like that's how I feel. Like I feel like, you know what, we may not be able to blaze the same trail that he blazed because his seemed really unique to him. But I'm sure there's plenty of people that do it every day. Yeah. But it's doable, bro. And this is what the show is about. I know we keep alluding to it, but it's just you hear somebody else's story and you're like, okay, this can happen for me too, or this can happen for him or her, and et cetera, et cetera. Who else did we have? Man, we have Dominique Franks. Had a
good story.
Good. One of the things that still sticks out to me is how he said, in football off season, he went to LA Fitness to hoop. He wasn't working on his game. He wasn't working on his football craft. I was just like, you was a dog, bro.
Yeah, man. He loved basketball.
He's still
playing
dog.
to this day. He also playing in Skins League.
Facts.
With some good comp.
Facts. I can't wait to play them because he cheated us one time.
Yeah,
so.
it's
But
all right.
neither
we got
here
him
nor
back
there.
with Trey Young.
Neither. Yeah, we did, didn't we?
So, but that was season 4 Skins League, you know. So, you know, season 5, 2 years in a row, they get their first All-Star. So, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And then we had my boy Frank Shannon.
Frank Shannon
had a great story, man. You know, felt like he kind of was bamboozled out of his, you know, turn to go pro and stuff. You know, situations come and how he beat some situations he was in. You guys got to check that one out.
Title IX charge. That's hard to overcome.
It is. And allegations,
And he still was able to go be on the Broncos preseason team.
And it's like crazy because like meeting the guy, like something like that, you feel like will break down a lot of people. And you meet the man, he's still up tempo, still up beat. I know
you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know. I know deep down it hurts. You know, I know deep down he still is in his head. But like you just meeting the guy, you know he's still up beat. He ain't miss a beat really. And you know, but I know the situation he went through kind of shady. But y'all know y'all got to check that out too.
Got to
check
it out.
Good one.
Got to check it out.
It was a good one. He put us on a lot of stuff too, from like the waves of how the recruitments come in,
right,
to like stuff like that. If you don't, and like he said, you got to go. This is what we preach. Go where they want you. Yeah, because if you don't, you're gonna be. I mean,
because they might need you as a insurance policy.
Exactly.
Right.
And we got you, and y'all see it every day with the injuries, man. We ain't got time to wait. We need to take our time right then and there when it comes.
Right.
When it comes, take it. Take the opportunities. And with y'all being what y'all have now, y'all have so many opportunities now. So take advantage of what y'all got. I don't want to hear nobody trying to say it's hard.
Nah.
I don't want to hear nobody trying to say it's hard.
It's out there.
Viciously, though.
If you want it, it's out there.
Very much so. So, I mean, you know, that's that dedication.
Yup.
And I'm going to go say something to him because I know he going to like this. So, we had this one section on hard work, talent.
Uh-huh.
I'm still going with talent, but my thing with the situation is the hard work does matter. That's the behind the scenes. So, granted...
Why you ain't say it when we argued about it?
Because, you know, I had time to think about it now. I've had time to think about it.
What is that? Like 8 episodes? You've had 8 episodes after?
And, you know, I'm listening to our guests.
Right.
And, you know, like, granted, like I told you, I felt like I didn't have to do hard work. But, granted, I was. That's that behind the scenes. That's that what am I doing that you don't see. The movie stars are good movie stars. But what are they doing behind the scenes that make themselves good?
Right.
So that's how I look at that. That hard work is you behind the scenes, and that's your practice.
All the rehearsals, all the practices, all the workouts. That's facts.
So, yeah, you know, and I used to say, you know, I tell y'all talent, yeah, they're going to see the talent first, but then it's what are you going to do behind the scenes? And so, you know, make sure you guys are doing y'all hard work, too. You may have great talent, but all you talented cats, make sure you still working hard.
Talent beat hard work?
Nah. I still agree with talent, though, because they're going to go for the talent when they see the talent.
Hard work beats talent.
Okay. They gonna come see you in the gym first, or they gonna come see you in the game first?
Well, he already gave me what I needed, so we gonna move on.
I had to. I sent it his way, man. I had to, but I still, you know.
Man, what about my man Javon though? I thought his episode was so unique because that's the one time so far that a guest, you know, went against what was going well for him.
Yeah.
And he still turned out good because he played basketball. He loves basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, met his wife now at the school that he chose. But, you know, it's just something about the what ifs.
Right.
If you would have made another decision. And, you know, that's something that y'all got to check that out.
And I'm sure because like I'm sure he has the what ifs because I also have the what ifs because I was that kind of person too. I played football just as good as I played basketball. Just my heart was always in basketball. But like till this day, I'll still play football.
How do you deal with the what ifs? Don't give me that look. How do you deal with the what ifs?
I dealt with my what ifs so many different ways. You know, from
you deal with the what ifs on Madden.
I deal with the what ifs on 2K.
I deal with the what ifs on 2K.
I deal with the what ifs on 2K. And I mean, but honestly, I mean, it's just, you know, I'll still play some flag football till this day. I had good hands and like I still be catching the ball like it's nothing. I'd be like, yeah, like I should have played that sport.
That's why he tried to talk bad about my hands because he got elite hands.
I do.
I ain't got bro. Don't even do it. I got good basketball hands. I ain't got good
Even
football
sometimes
hands.
with them basketball
You
hands,
sleep.
they like cement blocks.
You sleep. Anywho.
And it's crazy because if you put his hand up, you'd be like, how you not catch?
My hands ain't even that big. My hands are not that big. Bruh, my hands are strong. That's cement
blocks.
Yo, you wildin'. I got strong hands, bruh. It's different. That's how I can palm a ball.
I know when I throw the dime, I gotta throw it with a little English just so he can catch it. I can't throw no
the
Hollywood
English you
steamers.
throw spins away from
They
people.
Do. They do. I ain't gonna lie.
That's not the receiver's fault.
I learned from Jason Williams. Okay.
Big facts. You did.
He throw that spin thing.
You got to see it firsthand.
Yes, when he was in Sacktown, Sack Boys.
Yeah, that's true.
But you did too. You're an Orlando guy. That's the crazy part.
I didn't really get to see it like that.
Yeah.
I stopped being a Magic fan a long time ago. And so I don't care about who come out of Orlando once they traded Tracy McGrady. We didn't talk about it. We talked about it. Then I followed Houston Rockets for a long time. And I went to Miami Heat after that.
Speaking of the NBA, I mean, I know we're jumping off topic, but hey, that's what we're going to be doing in this episode. We're going to talk about from our episodes to what's going on. What you think about this playoff situation they got going on?
Ooh, man. I kind of like it. I kind of like it because it gives Zion a chance to make it to the playoffs.
So so they did a non-conference, right?
Nah, I think they're going with the conferences from what I read. But they took. Nah, it looks like it might have to be a non-conference because it's 13. No. So 22 teams are gonna play 8 regular season games.
So they done cut teams to even try and play for the spots.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is.
Hey, y'all come down and play in Skins League. Y'all bored?
Yeah, you're bored.
Y'all want to hoop? Come play in Skins League.
You're bored. So, nah. So it gives Lillard gives him a chance to try to make it.
Yes.
Yes. What's Sacramento record this season?
I think they're close.
They're close, aren't they?
I don't know if they're going to get the invite, but I'm pretty sure they must be close enough too.
I think they might have got the invite. I don't know.
We need to pull. Let me pull.
Pull it up then. But I like the fact that teams get to play in. You know what I really like about it? I really like if the lower seed plays, and I might be butchering this. Okay, so just if it's something that you didn't know, fact check it. But if if 2 teams are playing for the 8th seed, right, in the West, Sacramento and Portland.
Right. Okay.
If Portland has a higher seed and they beat Sacramento for the 8th spot, then they're in. But if Portland has a higher seed and they lose to Sacramento, then since they're the higher seed, they get to play them one more time to see if they can get into the playoffs.
Ooh.
So if they not a higher seed, if they have a better record, and they're playing for the 8th spot and they lose to Sacramento, they get to play Sacramento again.
So even Orlando's about to have a chance to get in there.
Yep.
So because it's saying, okay, each team's 8-game closing schedule.
Yes.
Orlando has to play the Pacers first.
Yep.
Then the Kings. The Nets again, the Pelicans, the Sixers, the Raptors, Lakers, or Trailblazers. So I guess it's not no order, but that's all the teams they have to play.
Right.
So how many do you think they're going to have to win? Majority of them to
well,
get in?
Nah. So it's not about how much they got to win. It's about what seed they're currently sitting at.
Okay.
You feel me? So if they're already the 6th seed and they lose all them games, then they get outside of the 8th seed, then they're out. So they got to win, but the teams that they're playing for or fighting with also got to lose. Yeah.
Okay,
so and what I like about it too, their strength of schedule that they had remaining for the actual regular season.
Yeah.
They're trying to duplicate the strength of schedule in 8 games. Yeah. So if Magic's had to play Clippers, Lakers,
because they got the Lakers playing Rockets, Nuggets, Jazz again, Raptors, Pacers, Trailblazers, Heat, or Magic.
They got a couple tough games. Nah, the
first
few are tough.
Rockets, Nuggets. Rockets gonna kill theyself. Nuggets okay.
Nuggets
decent.
Jazz, they're a good team.
Raptors no.
Raptors are a good team, bro. As a matter of fact, Raptors beat both the Clippers and the Lakers this season.
Yeah, you know that don't matter.
But you got to take it into account.
See, Sacktown, I think they can make it.
They got a plush list schedule.
Sacramento got the Pelicans, the Nets. That's if Kyrie and...
Well, speaking of Kyrie, I don't think he's going to play.
I ain't gonna lie. After reading what Austin Rivers said to rebuttal what Kyrie said, if he's a smart man like he is, I think he will play.
Okay, so for those that don't know, Kyrie wants the NBA players to protest because obviously there's a lot going on in the community.
Right.
With the protests, the riots, with the police brutality, the murdering of unarmed African American men. So Kyrie thought this could be a great opportunity for us as the black community and for the black players, just the NBA players in general, not to play and continue to protest. And Austin
to rebuttal.
What did Austin? Because I know you read the whole thing.
Yeah, well, he rebutted to obviously, majority of the players are black, so that gives us, hope for the younger kids who still have dreams to see them still playing. On top of that, there's a lot of players who aren't getting paid if they don't have endorsement deals, which, kind of makes sense once I read it. So, with that bringing basketball back, that brings a lot more black players to get paid to start putting back into their own community.
Absolutely.
So, when Austin Rivers put that in perspective, it makes a lot of sense. On top of that, keeps kids inside more instead of going out and getting in trouble, giving them something to watch. Because to keep it honestly, if the season started right now, I'd probably binge watch every game that they play because I haven't watched basketball in so long.
That's the good and the bad. I think that's what Kyrie. Matter of fact, I seen a post from Lou Williams too. He said that if the games started right now, y'all would be itching to go buy a beer, sit down and watch the games or whatever he said. And basically it was something to say, this is a distraction. Like basketball is a distraction right now from what's going on. And now it depends on which lens are you looking at it from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
it could be a good distraction.
We need a positive distraction right now because in the last 4-5 months, what's been a positive distraction? We're locked up, COVID-19. Now it feels like a racism battle right now.
A race war, high key.
Like, I haven't felt any positive. I'm not going to lie. I haven't felt motivated to do much of anything because it's like you wake up, think about what's going on, and you're just automatically like, shoot.
Right.
So, we need some positive somewhere. We can't let the rest of 2020 just be a negative vibe because that's all it's been.
But just because basketball comes back doesn't mean that
for everyone
everything is forgotten
for everyone. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone doesn't watch basketball.
That's first and foremost, and secondly, like you said, kids get something to look at. Adults get something to look at. But not even just the players get to get paid again and take care of their families
on that aspect,
and put back in the community.
It's a job for them, but if they do it the right way, like Austin said, that's now you can do bigger events for
the community,
the movement that you want to do your movement for, or
Black
the
Lives
community.
Matter.
Yeah, like if that helps you.
You can really put on
rally them with you instead of rallying them not to play. Now you rally them to play, but then benefit from what you want to do to make that difference. Because whether you think about it or not, you're going to need the funds to make the difference. And yeah, Kyrie, you're a different breed. You got endorsements and stuff. A lot of them that could be behind you.
And he made a movie. Uncle Drew.
Exactly.
He getting paid.
So, I think Kyrie, I'm not saying he's not, but if he kind of thinks about it as a whole, take them with you. Bring them with you. Now you have a good, solid foundation behind you to get your movement rocking.
Kyrie's an out-of-the-box thinker, and I commend him for that. I really, really do. I don't like people who say what others say and feel what others feel.
Right. You can tell by how his game. He's
feel
out
me?
of the box. He's different
Point guard. You know what I'm saying? Point guard. But Hey. But at the same time, Kyrie, come on, man. These are guys' livelihoods.
Yes.
And at the very least, them getting paid gives them a tool to reinvest in the community.
And that's what you guys are talking about.
That's it.
Putting on for your community, put it on for our community. Well,
if everybody can be able to take care of the community, their community, then as a whole, now we're doing better.
We're coming together. So, I mean, I'm sure. When did Austin rebuttal that? How long ago after?
I don't know how long ago after it took him, but I'm glad he did because, just with everything going on, I almost ran with Kyrie's statement. I almost ran with it like, nah, bro, you right. They pulling y'all like puppets, bro. Like, nah, bro, stand up for what you believe in and blah, blah, blah.
But now you can beat them with it because, we need the money to beat them at that game too.
Bro, hey, if you ain't got no money, you can't make no moves.
You can't make no moves.
You need money to make money.
And then to switch it up on topics again, we're going to go back to my guy Nealon. I seen you put up a petition about, I guess they're trying to defund the school cops.
So I think they're trying to defund the Norman Police Department altogether. And in return,
that would one of the first ones to go.
That's gonna have to be nixed because now that's an extra. They'll need those police, right? Yeah. They'll need those officers on the streets because they're gonna take them elsewhere, right?
Okay.
And what are your thoughts about defunding the police?
Man, my thing is I feel like whatever funds are going into the police should put towards the community. This is your community. This is what you're supposed to be protecting. This is what you're supposed to be keeping clean. So, I hope that is going towards the community in some way. Now, it's a touchy subject if you want to bring up the police, but with them being in the school, I definitely agree with that. With us being people who help the kids, and you're in the school. I work with kids who are from 7 to 17,
and you're trying to get them back in the school.
Get them right. But we'll still need that kind of because the jobs the teachers aren't going to be able to stop much of anything that does happen to a serious point. So I think you do need some.
Police shootings. It's not a if they happen; it's when they happen.
Right. At the school, it's like if or
school shootings are gonna happen, bro. Right. Like it's more and more now. So you need police in the schools.
And they actually play a role, I'm sure, with the kids. Some kids probably feel safer knowing that they have an officer at the school, and stuff like that.
Or on the flip side, some kids probably feel like I ain't gonna come shoot this thing up because this man right here gonna shoot me first. Like that's real life, real deal right there.
And definitely, with us being fathers, we're definitely about anything that's gonna protect our kids.
Anything.
So, it goes back and forth with the situation because, we can get mad about the killing and stuff, but then again, there's gonna be some situations where I'm thinking about my son who might need that kind of protection too. I can't always protect my son.
Right, you won't always be there.
So, I don't know.
I read something on social media. They got stuff for days. It said you would get mad about defunding the police until you realize they've been defunding education all along. And I stopped back and I said, that is true. They've been defunding the heck out of education.
Well, they should. They ain't teaching us the right things for life anyways.
That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Hey, I hear you though. I hear you. No, I hear you. But what I'm saying is they thought that meant it's okay to defund the police. I disagree that it's okay to defund the police because I think if anything, the police needs more funding. Not funding into people's pockets. You know what I'm saying? Funding departments, funding, for example, you got George Floyd's situation. Me and my man Jeremy Amos, shout out to Jeremy, we were talking about just the situation, and he said, and we both agreed that if there was extra funding, then maybe how they got what they called them, like the bomb threat,
squad?
the head person that comes in that handles the.
Okay.
I'm having a brain freeze. Yeah, like the negotiator. You know, like maybe there can be a negotiator for situations like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can come in and just be that person and mediate and be like, get off of him right now, sir. You come with me. Just it's a funding issue. You know, maybe they can get better training, bro.
Well, when you put it that way, I agree to a point, because like, yes, you know how people are yelling police to police,
right?
Well, now we do need somebody who's a median.
With more funding, you can get somebody who can police the police.
But I mean, I feel like that situation could be still. I mean, it
could happen because
it still got to be a fair situation for them too. Don't send me nobody who I know still gonna just rot,
right?
Just for the police,
right?
I mean, everybody needs a voice for them.
So then it'd have to be some type of third party.
So not the police, but maybe somebody from, like, you know,
who's got I don't know
how to put it together. Right.
I don't know, but we just know more funding. Now we can have this conversation because now we got the money to have this conversation.
You know, they got jury duty. Maybe they got, you know, mediation duty.
Mediation. I'm on mediation duty today. So whoever calls my phone, I got to go to the scene. And
I got to mediate.
And that day, I have more power than that officer that day. I don't know.
I mean, sure, you got jury duty, regular people coming in and deciding if a man is guilty.
Deciding if a man is guilty.
Come on, world.
I don't know. I like that. It's probably not logistically possible.
But you know, we gotta throw it out. We gotta throw it that way.
But that's dope.
People probably feel safer, you know?
Yeah, bro. Like it's a funding issue, not a too much funding. Let's take away some funding and let's make them pay. Because now, when you need them, they're not properly funded. How are they gonna come to my residence and actually try to help me out?
Yeah,
they mad they're not funded now. How I know now when I call them, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody, you know, keep it 100. This white man maybe he's gonna call the police on me because I look suspicious in my own neighborhood. So I call him first, and he comes and he immediately takes this man's side because he's not properly funded. I'm keeping it 100.
But I mean, yeah,
you know, like,
it's tough because I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they need to have a mediator. Period. Because I mean, when I'm just riding around and I feel like I might get stopped, even if I didn't do anything wrong,
squeaky clean.
I'm automatically nervous. Like,
but anytime somebody in my neighborhood looks at me, you know, like people that don't live in in my immediate proximity,
right?
They'll stop and they'll look at me like they're trying to assess what am I doing there, like
in the neighborhood.
Like, bro, I live here, bro. Right. Like, they're just stopping. They look, bro.
I don't know why. I just feel like it's like we're always feeling like something, like it feels like something always after us type of stuff.
Yeah. You gotta always look over your shoulder.
Always look over our shoulder, even if you're not doing nothing wrong. I get pulled over and I'm like, oh dang.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, because I seen one thing. We ain't gonna get that way. We're gonna be talking about that kind of situation.
All right, well, let's move on, because we have my man Mike Neal, man, and he ended up winning Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year.
After we did his episode.
Well on his way to winning state number 2 in a row. He was.
Oh, my gosh. I wish they would find a way to play that out somehow, but it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't, because even my little cousin, she was a senior, and they had a chance to even still keep playing, but now she doesn't even get to see how far they would go.
Dang. Yeah. Is she going to college?
Yeah, I think she's going to UCO, I want to say. I think she just went to UCO.
Congrats. Shout out to you.
I don't think she's going to play any sports. I'm still trying to nudge her that way, but she's going for academics, so I mean,
we'll take it.
It's still another one. But yeah, shout out her. She just graduated. She 18, and yeah, she about to go to UCO. So that's good.
That's fire.
Following her mama's footsteps, who also graduated from UCO.
Is that cuz that I met when we played game night at your house?
Yes.
Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty fire. Sure she always with us. Auntie Shelly, little
sister.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
So that was a good thing. But yeah, just saying, like, it's kind of hurt, right this time right now. We don't know really what to expect next. Like,
yeah.
We don't even know if school's going to start up on time.
I mean, they talking about a second wave of the coronavirus, and
I think it's a conspiracy.
Well, whether it is or it isn't, if they say it's the second wave and things shut down, we're shut down.
There again. So like, and that's what I'm wondering. Like, we almost halfway through the summer. Are we gonna, like, they talk about bringing sports back, but what about the kids?
Right.
Are we gonna bring school back?
Right.
Some are practicing, but
my wife's contemplating homeschooling, even if they do bring them back.
I told you I'm sending baby J your way.
I don't know, bro. It's like, it's just the fact that we're having to have that conversation is just.
But everyone's gonna probably go to
weird.
school homeschooling then, because they're doing the Zoom stuff over.
I'm not a proponent of that. I have not been a fan of that. My son is too hands on for Zoom.
Right,
school.
and like, yeah, I don't know. Like, they letting sports come back, but we ain't talking about when school coming back. It's supposed to be important. Oh, that's how y'all gonna.
Yeah. No, I know Norman Public Schools is working on it. I know we're working on it, and we've put together a team to try to determine that. Okay. And so I can't speak for nobody else, but I know Dr. Nick, Norman Public Schools superintendent, he's working on it, and I know we're doing our best over on these parts, but globally or nationwide, I don't know when school's coming back.
Right.
Because yes, sports is coming back, but it's coming back on a on a different level. So, like, everybody's going to quarantine. It's like, come on, everybody's going to quarantine in Orlando. We just don't know.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna see how it play out. We're gonna definitely see how it play out. So, but.
Yeah, man.
This season been good though. I'm like, we when we started this, we really didn't know what to expect. Yeah, we had an idea with this whole podcast situation, and we was like, forget it. We're not gonna just make it an idea. We about to step on this raft and ride the wave right now. And it's been a journey, but it's been a good journey. I've met a lot of good guests. He's met a lot of good guests. Yes. We heard a lot of good stories, and we've enjoyed it. We just hope that y'all
feedback,
enjoying it as much as we enjoy it. So, it's been good. It's been good. We've had Kellen McCoy. He started us off.
He did start us off. And he was a great guest to have first because, it's just somebody
right.
And they help you take the edge off your very first show. We had mic issues then.
Right.
Trying to figure out how to get the mics working.
I think we only used 2 mics.
We used 2 mics. We did. We used 2 mics with 3 people.
Right.
We fandangled it.
We did what we did for this season. So, and we just appreciate everybody who has put in. We've got up to 140 subscribers.
We're at 140 subscribers. 300 likes on Facebook. Over 100 followers on Instagram. We're getting there.
It's within 3 months.
We're getting there. That's with everything happening, Corona and all of that. We weren't able to go out and do some of the things that we wanted to go out and do and physically do. So,
because we wanted to throw like little training videos in the mix for y'all, and just show y'all little things that we do too. But obviously, it just keeps us stagnant with what's going on.
Man, I actually, back to you bringing up Kellen, I feel bad for him because his episode was about winning Peach Jam with his 16U.
Right.
17. That same team won't get to defend their title.
I know,
because of COVID. That's tough.
I guess they're gonna try and throw some, if they possibly can, throw some like weird tournament to where it's gonna be like boom, boom, back to back to backs, and then.
Well, they were talking about that, but I think they leaned toward to just not cancel the summer. I think,
That's just a lot of opportunities being took right now.
Taken from these kids, bro. Taken. That's tough, man. But
we just know there has to be a light at the end of the tunnel. So, we all crawling through it right now. Everybody.
So,
for y'all for y'all who still got some positivity, send it our way.
Send it our way, man. We speaking of positivity, we had a very special listener request that we talk about a topic. So we appreciate that. Send us topics. We need that. We need that. So my man wanted us to talk about preparing kids for middle school and high school varsity, tryouts and things like that.
And like motivation, but how I look at it is, if your kid likes it and love it, it's gonna come from, who they're learning it with. If you're a parent who maybe not as, educated about it, get educated with your kid. Because the more you get educated with your kid, the more you can instill that motivation in them, and then you can do things with them, give them ideas. Because you got to be educated too. And now we talk about it, guidance. So if you want your kid to be ready for the next level, you got to be mentally ready to prepare them.
You got to be ready with them. Yeah. You walk that path with them.
I mean, you don't have
whether you know it or not.
Yeah, you know it or not. So learn it for them, because you're low-key the teacher, even if you didn't play. I had coaches that wasn't really a player, but they were my teacher.
Right.
And I learned from them. So as a parent, I mean, you can't just think that you can put everything on the coach that they have coaching them. You should be just as educated or at more, so you can help them through, things you feel like they're doing wrong, or things that they may come to you with, like, what do you think I should do?
But on the flip side, that's the point that I was going to make. On the flip side, don't be afraid to remove yourself and reach out to somebody and say, okay, what I'm saying, I need your assistance here.
Right.
Because I lack in this department.
That's that education, though.
Right.
If you know you can't,
if you know you lack, or if you don't know you lack,
right? Yeah. If you know you can't physically show a certain thing, that's what we are here for. That's what the trainers, the coaches are here for. Right. You're just here to fill that hole when they're not always around the coach.
Now, this is the advice that I have. Take your kids out of their comfort zone.
Okay.
If you want to truly prepare them always playing with their friends, always working out with their friends, that comfort does not breed any type of dog in nobody. Especially when you go into that tryout and you thought you were solidified because you're trying out against your friends. I know I'm better than my friend, secretly deep in my heart. And then this move-in comes in.
If we grew up together,
right?
You grew up with. I knew who you grew up with,
right?
You telling me that you couldn't train with Bub and Mills all the time and they wouldn't push you?
But that's different.
That's what I'm saying. But see, now, because I had to think about it, like it's a mindset.
It is mindset.
If we grew up,
this generation, remember, he wants to prepare talk about middle school.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Even in middle school, I was pushed up. I was that one that was, you my buddy, but when we get on the court, I'm going to talk mad cash money about you.
Right.
Because I'm better than you at this. Just like playing a video game. You're my boy, but if you suck, you suck.
You terrible.
So I'm going to tell you, and then I'm sure eventually.
That's why I ain't never got on Call of Duty.
I suck at that and I still play it, but my friends know. See me on 2K.
Right. That's how I feel. But
that's what I'm saying. So, you want to prepare them, and you got to make sure that their circle is going to be preparing them too. Because, you can't always put them in a. I agree.
Situation.
Putting them in an environment that makes them uncomfortable, but you're not going to be able to always have that.
But it's easy. It's easier to take them out of their comfort zone because everything, from growing up with the same kids, bro, in my mind, there wasn't nothing worse than, you're expecting somebody to be at tryout and there's this new cat that plays the same position as you that you ain't never seen. And now, he's looking good. You know what I'm saying? But you're not used to being around different people and different players and just stepping up I don't know his game, but he don't know my game, so I'm about to go at him.
I get what you mean.
It's just that's the approach that I'm taking. It's like you want them to be around different players. Right. You want them to be around different talent.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, I think the comfort zone is the biggest part of preparation. That's just my take.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that too, because when I played on AAU, I played on multiple AAU teams, so I know I made people feel uncomfortable, especially come with the teams and it's like, oh, he's never even practiced with us. Why he get to start and play? But
and then like, you go out there and you kill. And they're like,
but I like that though.
Yeah.
I was the kind of kid that liked that. But I promise I'll instill that into my child, which you will too. Little man already talking mess.
But we know about the comfort zone.
Right.
You know? And my man probably knows about the comfort zone.
Right.
But, you know, talking to just middle schoolers in general, you know, you got to just be ready to play anybody at any time, no matter who they are, how they look, and you won't be prepared to do that if you're not used to doing it on a regular basis.
But kids got to get back to not being friends all the time.
Kids got to get back to not being friends all the time.
Yeah, that's your friend in life, but you got to understand,
this is a competition.
Games are competition, and you're supposed to be better than anyone around you. Brother, sister, friend, nephew, cousin, mom, dad. I want to be better.
I want my son to be better than me.
You hear me? And that's and you always like you always hear a lot of movies. Oh, your kid be like, I want to be just like you. No, I want you to be better than me. Well, yeah, we want that for every aspect. So I mean, I would say make sure you if it's not you pushing, make sure you push your kid to always push the people around him.
Right.
Don't let him be stagnant and don't let him be okay with playing to his competition.
That's the worst, bro. Me being 30 now, that's the part that I'm trying not to do. The older I'm getting, the more I play down to the competition. And it's getting to a point where can't just flip the switch anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like if you don't start off on go, then sometimes just the switch ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely can't let them be stagnant and play down to the competition.
But that starts with, interaction. Because like with me, playing games with my son, board games, I'm going to make every board game competitive.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at first, after he learns the game, I'm going to teach him. You teach.
Right.
You teach.
Then
now, once they know, you play.
Yeah.
You make them better. Like chess. I haven't beat my man at chess yet. He trash though.
He's a lie. Bold face.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep playing, and it's competitive, and that's the thing. Like I learned from him. I learned from another buddy. I beat one. I haven't played him in a while, but like
you probably beat me. Now I ain't played in a long time.
I ain't played either. But my thing is like trying to push. Like I'm not gonna play thinking like, oh, I'm not ever gonna go in thinking I'm just going to lose.
Right.
No, every time I go in, I'm like, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to beat him this time. I promise. But it's competitive. Right. So, I mean, I'm going to teach it. I got a bunch of board games ready, so.
I mean, what do you think prepared you for, you was always gifted. So, I don't know if asking you is even, I'm
really trying to think. I honestly think it was because, as a little kid, I was a little bit taller. So I passed as maybe a grade or two higher. So I always picked the best
Played
court.
up.
But like when I wanted to go play, you got courts at school. I never was that kid to go
that's part of being uncomfortable. Right. Playing up.
Always. And like with me, it was like, okay, I want to play where it looks most fun, not where I feel like I can just kill.
Go dog people.
I want to play where it looks most fun, so I always pick the court that looked like it was jumping. Even in elementary school, see, I'm from California. We grew up on playing outside. Black tie. We go out. I brought my basketball to school because I didn't want to play with a boo-boo ball because I knew when we hit the black top, whatever court I was on, my court was about to jump.
So I need the good ball.
So if I got the good ball, I'm automatically playing first. So you ain't getting my ball.
And not to mention, you always got that one dude that get mad and want to take his ball.
You hear me?
Now you can't take this.
I was him.
It's me. I'm that one dude. But
I brought my ball.
And when you ready to go.
And when I was ready to go, I took my ball.
Yeah. But
I always got picked up, so it was okay.
But that's the thing, though. Like, now you bring your ball, you know what I'm saying? Now you the hot commodity. You know what I'm saying?
But, so, that's what I feel like prepped me in high school. Because I was the oldest, so I didn't have older siblings to push me. Didn't have a pops to push me. So, with me, is I don't know what age, honestly, I found being competitive was fun. I can't put a finger on it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you gotta find that. Some people think competition is fun. Some people don't like competition because it's not fun because they may be on the losing side a lot.
Right.
But with me, it was like, I want to know what age it is that you figure out competition is fun. And obviously, it takes us teaching it. But that's what it was for me. I found competition was fun. So then when I play with the older kids and I'm just as good, it's maybe even better than a lot.
Right.
I'm gonna keep going. Like, oh, okay. So
definitely playing up, and playing up 1 year, that's good. But I think if you're able to
play up as much as you can,
play up at least 2 years.
Yeah. So when you get to your grade, and say if you don't bump up to varsity or something, you're busting tail against kids your age.
And now they gotta make a move.
Yeah, because you've been doing it already. Because it makes sense. Like Mikey.
Yup.
Speaking of Mikey.
Hey, yo.
Speaking of Mikey.
Hey, that's the that's the
So it's crazy because I've always thought like,
bruh,
why HBCUs
don't get no love?
Aren't better.
Why they don't get no love?
When it comes to sports, I mean, we can keep it honest. Black people dominate most sports.
Right.
Why do
Except
HBCUs?
for hockey and
but even that good? Even the ones that play them sports are good.
We on the way.
Even the ones that play them sports are good. But my thing is like, why wouldn't HBCUs and like Mikey? So I've talked about it as I've gotten older with my dude Frank. Frank was another one who would talk to me about it.
He
too.
did talk about that on his show as well.
Okay.
But you don't remember he talked about it on his show before Mikey Williams even said that.
Right. And no, that's what I'm saying. We was bringing this, just we could bring it up, but ain't no clout behind it because, we're older now. We're not in the media.
We ain't nobody's yet.
Right. So like we talked about like, we could really have HBCUs popping. And then here we go. Mikey comes out and he's like the number one star recruit of his class. He's still very young. So the time that he came out with it is perfect.
Perfect.
He's a young guy, young cat. 15.
Maybe.
I think he's 15. Young though, but that's young. We're thinking about this at 28, 29, 30.
Right.
He's thinking about this now at 15.
Right.
Granted, I know his mom put him on because his mom played volleyball at a HBCU.
Oh.
So, mom put him on. Guidance.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, guidance. But with that on top, boom, she instilled it in her son. Now, we got this big movement going on. You know what? Now he's trying to change.
This is why I'm siding with Austin. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Austin, that's part of what Austin is talking about.
Right.
Keep putting on for the younger generation.
Right. And like, I ain't gonna lie. We love gear. I'm sorry. That's just, lifestyle. As black, black people, we love gear.
Man,
we love being fitted.
You gotta be fitted.
But if Kobe came from an HBCU, how many people do you think in the world be rocking an HBCU jersey?
Bruh. Instead of Lower Marion, wherever.
You know what I mean? Like if
that's where you play that, right?
Yeah,
Lower Marion,
and or like Braun, even Braun. Right. Y'all love Braun.
Love me some Braun.
But like, think about it. So like, I mean, Mikey's a hooper. He's a baller. I ain't gonna cap. He goes to HBCU. I'm gonna buy a Mikey jersey,
bruh. If he goes to HBCU, I'm gonna buy my first college jersey.
I'm gonna buy.
I don't have any.
You hear me? But I got football college jerseys. But like, I'm just saying, like, and that's smart. I want to see, and I think he could really make a good push and bring, even if it starts with one school, I bet he could round up 5 top 10 recruits to go with him to an HBCU.
Can you imagine if the Fab Five went to an HBCU, bruh? They would have changed the game.
What colleges would be popping right now,
bruh?
I'm just
North
saying, like,
Carolina A&T, Bethune-Cookman
would be popping.
Florida A&M. Spelman.
And that's like, I ain't gonna lie, I like it. Let's change it up, man. Let's change it up. Because if it's not working for us in our community and it's not working for us in life, let's find as many avenues as we can to switch it up. That's a major switch up right there. To see HBCU in the Elite Eight.
Ugh!
Final Four.
Chills. I just got chills.
I'm just saying.
That's fire.
That's something we would love to see.
We need to figure out how to make that happen.
He gonna make it. Mikey gonna make it happen. Mikey gonna make it happen, bro.
Listen,
that
Braun. You need to send Bronny to an HBCU.
Bronny's the same age as Mikey. Where you think he gonna go play with Mikey?
He better, because
they got the same
DNA. You know LeBron. LeBron wants to play with other people, so Bronny wants to too.
And check this. You know what? I didn't even notice. You know the AAU team he played for? That colorful one that always played against.
Is that Blue Chips?
I don't know what
he
they're
played
called.
for Blue
but
Chips
it's that
too.
color. You know, they got that green, pinkish, yellow kind of blend.
I think that was Blue Chips.
They always played against Bron's AAU team. So you know him and Bronny got to be cool.
You know they know each other.
So let him keep hyping this up because he's only a sophomore.
Right. That's crazy.
Let him keep pushing it for junior year. He's still the top recruit in the world. Senior year, the top recruit in the world is going to an HBCU.
That's a major move.
Then he got big man. Who that big boy that's working out with him? Big boy,
no
big
clue.
fella. He's monster.
You talking about Bronny?
No, it's not
Mikey.
He's working out with Mikey right now.
Oh, the big dude. I don't
big
know.
dude. He's huge with dribble moves, looking like Perkins. You seen that Perkins?
Oh my God, Perk! What was you doing, bro? He was getting his sat on, bro.
He even threw the sham god. I was dead.
Hey, he got to get his cardio some kind of way in quarantine.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you know, and that big kid I think is close around. So like, I mean, hey, that can make a change. I mean, it's just something different.
The HBCU move would be a major key, bro. I mean, dog, I can't even like pretend to just like how that would affect the community.
Father.
You know, because, and this a thing too, like, a lot of people, whatever college they go to, they end up living in that community.
Yeah.
You know, like, look at me, I'm in Oklahoma. The last college I went to
was in Oklahoma.
So if these top athletes, even if they get drafted, you know, and they came out of that community, then when they come back, that community is what's going to be home to them.
Right.
And so now this historically black college and this black community is now bringing back, you know, professional athletes that can really put back in the community.
We got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere.
We got to. And I mean, I'm not saying that we haven't started, but if what starts we made ain't working, we got to find different avenues. This is why we want to do this. This is why we want to do this so bad, because it's like, for this genre that we have, we're trying to find ways to also make change, but on top of that, give y'all insight on how y'all can make y'all path as perfect as possible.
It's absolutely. And so, you know, the HBCU thing, got to find a way to make that happen. You know, just keep sharing that, keep liking that.
Mikey, that was dope. And like, I heard it from a young cat. That's what got me. Like, he thinking outside the box. He thinking ahead of the game.
Shout out to his people, bro.
Man.
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Hopefully you guys are an item. I don't know.
So, I mean, yeah, that's just tough. But, I mean, make the moves.
Yeah, bro. So, but yeah, so, you know, back to, you know, my man, just to wrap that up, just be uncomfortable, play up. You know, what else?
Don't be afraid to send him to camps at a young age outside of state. You know, I mean, it's out of his comfort zone.
That is.
I loved it. Camps. I loved going to camps at different colleges and different states because, I mean, it was fun. I got to play against new people, so they don't know me.
Get exposure early.
Yes, very early. At this age, that's all it's about now. It's about 8-9-year-olds being ranked.
Bruh. Early exposure.
Football player, little 8-year-old boy. Bronny shouted him out. This boy is ranked.
Crazy. Well, yeah, man. So, you know, if anything else comes to mind, I'll definitely make sure to post it on social media of other ways that we can, you know, help middle schoolers and high schoolers prepare for tryout. But they got to get different type of exposure early. You know, they got to be out of their comfort zone. And if they can, they got to play up. Even if it's not on their AAU team. You know, you go to the park, go play on the adult court. Yeah. You know, they might not think you belong at first. You got to show them you belong. Exactly. That's exactly how it is at a tryout. You got to show that you stand out in this tryout.
Mm-hmm. And like y'all, I know you guys are big at supporting. Oh, I know my kid can do this, can do that too. But you got to be hands-on just as much too. You got to be hands-on. Like, no, you don't step on coach's toes or anything, but when you're away from the coach, you spend more time with your kids, so you still got to be just as hands on to make sure they are perfecting their craft. Because if you don't,
if you leave it up to them,
yeah,
and you're sitting there trying to support them and tell the coach why he ain't playing this, and this, but he ain't putting in the work. Ooh.
Or if you only leave it up to your son to get better by themselves or daughter to get better by themselves, they're only going to learn so much. Right. You got to make sure they're expanding that learning tool so they can get as much out of whatever they're learning.
Right. No, that's a major key. That's a major key, bro.
I'm just saying, y'all can tell we've been listening a lot to our guests. We've been through the fire ourselves. And, we kind of got it planned and mapped out for our young ones.
Man, we ready to put ours through the fire. I'm
everything.
Listen, so ready. So ready. And, just at the same time, too, you talking about preparing them, make sure it's something that they love.
Yes.
Make sure it's something that they want to do because you can't force them to grind.
Facts.
Grind. The parents can't be the ones grinding.
Yeah.
It's got to be the kid. You put them in a situation, they got to go do the work.
And when preparing them, don't prepare them for just one thing.
Right.
Don't prepare them for just one sport because you feel like that's it. Let them play everything. Let them do everything. Let them play the cello. Let them play the flute.
Huh.
Let them do everything. Let them be in the chess
club.
Drop
them gems then. Yeah.
Don't just, you feel me? You ain't got to just keep them in sports. Let them do everything.
Right.
Give them, as many
Let them
tools.
Be well-rounded.
Yeah, because, I ain't going to lie. If I played, I feel like, because, I got as much far as I did by learning people through basketball.
Right.
Learning people through sports. So I would only imagine if I was in the chess club,
right?
What I could learn from that,
right?
What I can learn from being in, other situations, playing in the band and stuff. It's all a different world.
But this how it comes back into sports. You learn how to deal with different type of teammates,
facts, and people.
I mean, just in the grand scheme of things, you learn better people skills. But if we want to tie it into sports, then you learn how to be a better teammate. You learn how to read people better. Because if you're going to keep ascending through sports, then you're going to have just different kinds of, teammates year after year after year after year. So,
but I mean, my thing is, you do have to find some type of consistency for them, though.
Yeah.
They need some kind of consistency with playing with people. Because, playing with people that you know and learn, it does make you better, too. Because it's to a point where now you're learning how to play ahead of the game too.
Right.
So you got to prepare them for that too. Don't just the mix up is good, but you got to have it back and forth. I feel like
you got to have a healthy balance. I see what you're saying.
Cuz with when I did play AAU, going back to AAU, it seems like that's like the major thing right now. Even though I did play on multiple teams, I had one set solid team that I
you always went back to
over any other one. I'd play multiple ones, but I knew if Spear Got Game was in this tournament, that's what I was playing with.
Right.
So, I had my consistent team. And granted, your kid will tell you, hey, I'd rather play for this team, but, I'll play for this team too. But just saying, give them that too. You got to give them some consistency somewhere. Because with all that uncomfortability going on, they got to have a safety blanket.
That's true.
I think so, at least.
No, I agree. Balance in anything is important.
Right.
And so just that confidence piece. I mean, that's gonna have them where, if this doesn't work out with this team because I'm trying to be uncomfortable, now I'm out.
And on top of that, it might make them learn different roles. Because on one team they might be the guy.
And when they make that high school team, they might not be the guy because there's a senior.
There we go. So I mean, it's an environmental thing too. So just keep them prepared.
My man dropping gems right now.
Keep them on their toes.
Dropping gems
That's
right
all
now.
I said. Just keep them on their toes. That's what I think. Because
keep them on their toes. Uncomfortable. So that's the theme. And we rocking with it, man. And
yes.
The season finale, man. We're coming to a close, and I just.
But it's not done.
Oh,
We're just beginning.
Oh, it's only.
That's what y'all don't get.
Only the beginning.
Like, I know we saying it's the finale, it's the end of
season 1 finale.
But we're just getting started. Like, this right here was like the intro.
The intro into next season.
For
sure, man.
We learned a lot during the way. A lot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be coming. We're gonna come at y'all season 2. You're gonna see it. You're gonna tell. You can tell.
Yeah, big facts.
You're gonna be able to tell how we
tune in. We got, you know what I'm saying? Tune in. We got something in the works. Tune in.
We're definitely excited for what we got going. So, and we just want y'all to keep being on board. We need y'all.
Right.
We do need y'all because we ain't doing this just for us. We don't just sit and watch.
I know we ain't Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson,
or knuckleheads or anything, but we want to be up there.
Who's on the knuckleheads again? Remind me.
God, it's at the tip of my brain. Don't put
Baron Davis and the man on there, is it?
Not Baron Davis.
But he was on there?
Yeah, but it's
bro, I know who's on there.
Is it
Quentin Richardson and Miles. Darius Miles.
I
knew it, bro. I knew it. But, like, I know we ain't, you know what I'm saying, we ain't on that level yet. But our content
is good.
Is just as good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the perspective that we're offering, you know what I'm saying, is unique. You know, so appreciate y'all tuning in, man, as we drop gems that we picked up in these gyms. And
one more time, it's your boy Easy.
Easy Button.
It's your boy Twan the Don.
And we're going to see y'all on season 2.
Yes.
Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Sound good, don't it? Check. Look. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Look. Life tried to drown me. This hoop is like my life jacket. This ice in my veins is something Titanic. Lockdown defense kept me out the center for detention. Divine intervention passes over to my center. Alleyways are the alley-oops. Some got no looks and passed away when somebody shoot. Back in court duo, but nobody hoops. The wrists follow through in the cuffs. Got a loop, pick a book up, picked up and get booked. It's just you and I, out running suicides. Me, I was out running suicide. Boy, I'm going in, dropping gems that I picked up in these gyms. I can't slack, I've been down and back. I'm just trying to share a few tales from this thing called life. Count my assists, man, I swear that basketball really saved my life. Yeah, yeah. I swear it saved my life. Let's go.